Welcome to
Okay,
Quick Vision. Let me repeat. What were you saying, Oscar?
no problem. Sorry, please continue.
Welcome to Quick Vision Global, a Cardano Live Technical Smart Contract Support Service. Today is 14 August 2024. My name is Rizochira Mambeda, the leader of the group leaders. So today I'm with Oscar, who is going to be assessing Group 1 or JavaScript beginners. We also have Israel, Posh, Chinaza, Hilary, Chinora, Jason, and Chuku. Yeah, so Oscar is going to be teaching you JavaScript. I just forgot what he said he's going to teach you, but yeah, he's going to tell you. Oscar, you can take over.
Okay, good day, everyone. As we are about to start, I would like to give you a brief introduction on the topics we'll be focusing on today. So, on the previous lesson, we were focusing on the three important concepts that are fundamental to functional programming, which is one, pure functions, two, higher order functions, and three, immutability. So, just to have a young recap or a quick recap, a pure function is a function that, given the same input, it will always return the same output without causing any side effects, like modifying a global variable or altering the input. These where you have a function that simply takes input and returns the same output. And then we got something else called higher order functions. Higher order functions is a function that takes other functions as arguments or returns a function as a result. And then the next concept important to functional programming is immutability. Immutability is a concept where the state of data does not change after it's created. Instead of modifying an existing object, you create a new one. So I hope you got that young introduction. So we'll be diving into higher order functions. By a show of hands, who was able to complete the exercises that I gave on the group chat? By a show of hands. Okay, Israel, I can see your hand is up. So anybody else? Oh, Kosuchuku, can you hear us? I see somebody cannot hear us. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we
Can I
can
ask
hear
a
you, Oscar.
question?
Oh yes, yes you can, please.
I think it's my first time joining. Like, I
Oh
didn't
okay.
get the chance to do that activity or learn about what you taught in the previous lesson.
Okay, no problem. So we're just gonna go through a a very brief example. I'm gonna post the first question onto the chat so that everybody can get it. Wait, is everybody in the group chat, group one group chat? Because I posted the exercises in the group one group chat. Is everybody
No, they're
here in the
not.
first? Okay, no
Because
problem.
Chinaza and Chinora, Chuku, they are not in the group. So you can send it
Um,
again.
no problem. So I sent the first exercise into the chat, and I'm gonna send you the brief notes that accommodated or followed that the first exercise. So the first exercise just wants to see your understanding on functions and arrow functions. But these functions have to be pure functions. All right. So let me send you real quickly. Just hold on a second. Okay, guys, whoever is not in the group chat, these are the few notes that we're working on for functions and pure functions. Pure functions more specifically. It seems like I cannot. So that's how we declare functions, guys. For anybody that doesn't know how to declare functions, that's a basic syntax for functions. And these are pure functions. They're called pure functions because they return the same output for the same input. So the first exercise was write a function that accepts an array of numbers and returns the sum of numbers. We have to implement this using both traditional and arrow function. So right now I'm going to quickly share some of my example. Okay. Can everybody see my VS Code window? Can everybody see the windows? Guys, I would like it if you guys, interact. Okay, cool, no problem. So you guys can see the window. So now the question is like, write a function that accepts an array of numbers and returns the sum of the numbers. We need to use both traditional functions and arrow functions. So I hope all of us have some understanding on JavaScript. And then if you don't necessarily understand JavaScript, please make a note on the chat and say, I'm new to JavaScript, and then I'll have to come back to you later on. But just for now, please just, keep following. And whenever you don't understand, just tell me okay, Oscar, I'm a bit lost because I'm new to JavaScript. So can you please tackle me after this? And then I'll do so. But for now, I'll just be walking through the exercises and how we're going to be working around it. So cool. Right now, the first step that you need to do in solving this exercise is we have to create an array of numbers. So this is going to be the array that we want to return the sum of each number. When they say the sum of each number, so we can see our array have 3 elements, 1, 2, and 3. So we want to add all of those elements and return the sum of those elements. So we need to implement this using a function, and not just any function, but a pure function. And if you can look at the notes, pure functions are functions that return the same input for the same output. Just for now. Here we declared a variable that's going to store the sum of our numbers, right? So this is the beginning of our function. Right now we're going to be using a traditional function. When they say traditional function, it's because of it has the basic or the traditional syntax to create a function. What do I mean by that? A traditional function is created using the function keyword. As you can see, it's highlighted in blue. And then it's followed by the function name, highlighted in white. Peach, I hope I'm not colorblind. So sum array. Sum array is the name of our function. And guys who are new to JavaScript, whenever you're going to be giving names to your identifiers being variables, functions, or objects, try your best to make those names be as intuitive as possible. Don't make them ambiguous. So for example, the name of this function is sum array because we're trying to get the sum of the array, the sum of the numbers in that array. So I used sum array as the name. And then this function sum array takes a parameter or an argument in this instance. The difference between an argument and a parameter is that an argument is passed for creating an array, for creating a function, and then an parameter is passed when you're calling the function. So cool. Okay, I see some. Somebody has some questions. Let me see what to do. Okay, no question. Just everybody's following. So cool. So we created a function. If you look at line 24, we created a function called SumArray, and this function takes a variable, takes an array as an argument. So cool. The next step, this is where we're gonna be using a for loop. A for loop is a programming concept that lets you repeat a block of code until a specified condition is not met. So for now, if we look at line 26, we're using a for loop. The for loop, we're gonna be declaring an iterator starting from 0, because since we're working with arrays, arrays are mostly 0-based arrays, meaning the index of each element starts at 0. So okay, cool. And then our index or iterator I, while I is less than the array.length. The reason I said less than array.length is because of arrays are 0-based indexed, meaning if there's 5 elements, there's going to be 4 indexes. Okay, there's going to be 5 indexes, but starting from 0. So it's going to be 0 up until 4 for 5 elements. So if you wanted to be like use the whole entire array, you could say less than or equals the array length minus 1. Since we know that since we have three elements in our array, each index, the index starts from 0. So element 1, the element with the value 1 will have the index 0, 2 will have 1, 3 will have 2. So I hope this is not creating any confusion. So while I is less than the array length, we're going to keep on incrementing I. This is what you see the plus plus for. It's called post increment. Post increment meaning that you will return the value of I and then you increment after returning it. Cool. And then if you look at line 28, we're using the concatenation operator or the adding operator. So remember we declared our variable sum here equals to 0. So we want to collect each and every element in our array and add it to sum. And ultimately will give us the sum of our array. So I'm pretty sure this is straightforward. Everybody who's not new to JavaScript should be able to see what's happening here. After this for loop has completed, we return the sum. This is called a traditional pure function. It's pure because if you look at it, there's nothing that's been altered. Everything is as it is. Nothing has been modified, right? Besides the assignment of the elements into sum. So this is a pure traditional function. Does anybody not understand the implementation of the pure traditional function? If you do not understand, please raise your hand or say something in the chat.
So in this case, the only thing that's been indicated is the sum.
Yes, so that's one thing I wanted to have a discussion with you guys, because since we're trying to implement the whole concept of pure functionality and pure functions, so the fact that the only variable that's being mutated is sum still raises the question whether our function is truly pure or not, right? But there's ways to make this a fully pure function, whereby we're going to be using higher order functions and immutabilities. But just for now, for the sake of understanding, we're going to be using this. So I'm not sure. Can you guys see the output of my JavaScript page? If not, please tell me so that I can.
No, I can see.
You can't see it.
Yes.
Okay, let me share this. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that was the output of our traditional function. So can you see both the VS Code and the output, or you see the output only?
The output only.
Okay, cool. So as you can see, our array is going to have the elements 1, 2, 3. And using a traditional function, we're going to have the sum of 6. So that's when we see, okay, our function is working and the output is correct. So I was discussing something with Mr. Bernard, and he told me to implement the test module or using a range module to see whether our function can work and it doesn't have bugs. So right now I haven't imported that module. I think it's Jumbas or something like that. So right now we're just going to be using pure vanilla JavaScript. Vanilla JavaScript being pure JavaScript without any dependencies or libraries. So let's go back to the code. Or can you explain more on pure functions? Let's say, can you see my output?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. Jason, do you still need more explanation on pure functions? Jason? Jason, are you still there? Oh, no, thanks. You're good. Just to break the tightness of the whole confusion. Function, Jason, this is like a simple example of a pure function. So you can use this as a template for you to understand what pure functions are. That's a pure function. You see how this function doesn't mutate or alter or modify anything.
No, we can't see
Right.
that. We can't see the VS Code.
Can you see my VS Code?
No.
No, I'm saying on the chat, I just sent a snippet of a pure function. That's like a yes, okay, cool. So that's like a young snippet of a pure function. So now let's go back to error functions. I hope everybody understood the implementation of a pure function. In our function, we didn't modify anything, we just brought it back as it is. Traditional. Oh. Okay, cool, guys. So now, does everybody see my VS Code? Can everybody see the VS Code? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay, cool. So right now we're creating an error function. Let me give you guys a snippet of how error functions look like. Oh, I actually gave you some notes. So with error functions, most of the time, what you do is you necessarily assign them or you use them as sure about that. Pure functions is like you're necessarily going to be assigning it as a variable. You create the function and then you assign it to a particular variable and you call that variable as a function. So if you look at VS Code right now, line 37, I used constant because I didn't want anything to be changed about this function. So the constant keyword was used to declare this function. And then I gave my function the name array sum. So with error functions, you need the keyword for creating the variable, because you essentially making a variable a function, like assigning the whole variable to a function. So you need the keyword for creating a variable. It can be late, it can be var, it can be constant. But now using constant for the sake of that, we don't want it to be immutable. Cool. And then we gave it the identifier, which is the name of our function. This this identifier, we assign it an array, we assign it an arrow function. Arrow function. The next important aspect of an arrow function is your parameter section. So if it happened that your array does not, your function is not taking in any arguments, you would simply have an empty bracket like this. Can everybody see line 37? It will essentially be something like this. This is a pure empty arrow function. Does everybody see 37? Hands up. Everybody see 37?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's a basic syntax of an arrow function, people. That's the basic syntax of an arrow function. To break it down, as you can see, constant is the keyword for creating a variable or a constant identifier. Array1 is the name of my function. Okay, let's call it function1. Yeah, function1 is the name of my function. And then it is equals to two empty brackets. This section after the assignment operator, the two brackets, this is the section whereby your function takes in arguments. This is where you pass in your arguments when creating the function. And then, as you can see, the arrow. After the arrow, this is where the portion you're gonna declare your curly braces, and then inside the curly braces, you write your. This is the block of code. Code goes in here. So everything inside will be going here. Can everybody see that? Hope everybody does. Your code will go in here. So to remove this and continue, let's continue from our response to exercise 1, gents and ladies. So we already declared our function constant array sum. This function, this arrow function takes an array as an argument. We both now know, we all know that this section is for the parameters or arguments in this case. So we want our function to take an array as an argument, and then we go inside our block of code. The reason I used sum equals to 0 is because of we already had sum declared outside, but instead we can do this. So we make our function pure because we don't want anything to be mutated or something like that, because now if I put sum 1 is equals to 0 inside of this function, it's no longer a pure function. So we're trying to keep that pure functionality for this function. So this arrow function is going to be using, it's the same implementation as a traditional function. The only difference here is the syntax of how you create this function. Does everybody understand that? Can everybody understand that part?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to send you guys a snippet of pure function, and for you guys to, go around and mess around with it, play with it, see what's wrong, see what's right, see how you can improve it. Okay? So now, if we look at these functionalities, can somebody see the potential bugs of our function, what they have? Because as much as we try to implement it and keep it simple, there's a lot of bugs in these functions. Can somebody tell me what kind of bug we might experience here? People, please talk to me so I can see we're all on the same page. Who can tell what kind of bugs we can encounter with these functions we just created? Easy, can you give us the answer, please? Easy. Okay, seems like Israel is not with us. Hello, everyone. Are people okay? Cool. The question is, can you see the potential bugs or errors? Bugs are also called errors. Errors in the function. Can you see potential bugs of the potential bugs our function may encounter? Just look at the code and see what potential bugs our function can encounter. If you can't see them, just be like, okay, nah, you're not sure. You can still move on. Anyone?
I think I put that.
You think?
I think the array. So you
The
declare
array,
it
what
as a,
about
you didn't declare it as a constant.
the
So
array? I didn't declare it as a constant. So, okay, easy to answer you. Yes, I didn't declare the array as a const, but if you look at the function doesn't necessarily mutate the array or does anything on the array. It's just grabbing the elements within that particular array and assigns them to some. That's all that's happening. We're not mutating any array. So one of the bugs I saw when looking at this question is the fact that they will even check whether an array is an integer. They will check whether the array is empty. You know, those are the potential bugs you could check and go around and see whether it works. Because, for example, if we pass this function an array of strings, it will still work, right? But now it won't be giving us a sum. Instead, it will be constantly concatenating each and every element inside the array and gives it to the sum variable. So, guys, did you see? Can you understand the bug that I'm talking about?
yes,
Okay, cool. So, does anybody need me to go through this again, or we can jump into higher order functions? Is it safe for us to jump into higher order functions? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, talk to me. Nobody's responding, so I guess I take it as a yes. If I'm moving too fast, please tell me. This was the second exercise we got from this is the second exercise I gave you guys. So let's work on this one. So higher order functions. Higher order functions. So whoa. Let me give you a quick note. Let me send you guys some quick notes on higher order functions so that you can be able to tackle this question. Not this one. Guys, the following I'm about to send you are quick notes for you to not fully grasp but have an idea of what higher order functions are. Is everybody following? Is everybody following? People are quiet. Okay, cool, no problem. I still, okay, cool. You're still following. I see ya. I see ya. Okay. So higher order functions, guys. These are functions that take other functions as arguments or return functions. Let me give you a basic example or syntax on higher order functions. So guys, the following is a young snippet of how order functions work. Can you guys see the syntax on the chat? Okay guys, let me try to break this down for you line by line, right? So right now with the first. Oh, I'm not showing anything. Okay. Can everybody see this? Okay, cool. So guys, what's happening here is this. On the first line of things, we are defining the greet robot function, right? This greet robot function, it takes one argument named greeting function. And this one, yes.
Can't see your screen.
Talk to me. No, I'm still talking about the notes I just sent on the chat.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I can see. I am not sharing anything as of yet. I'm still trying to take you guys through the whole implementation of higher order functions. Right? So for definition of higher order function, a higher order function is a function that takes a function as an argument or it returns a function. So let's break down what I just sent you right now. So cool. Firstly, if you see the first 3 lines, this is a function declaration, a traditional function declaration. This function is called greet robot, right? And this function, it takes as an argument the greeting function. So this is where we see where higher order function is being implemented, because by looking at the definition, higher order functions are functions that take other functions as argument or returns functions, right? So if we look at greet robot, we took a function as an argument and we are returning that function. So technically this is already a what? A higher order function, right? Take in mind that this greet function can be any function that you want to be using and whatnot. So inside the greet robot function, we are calling the greeting function. And the greeting function, we have declared it on say hello. Below say hello, below the greet robot function, we define the say hello function. This is the second function we can look at. I hope everybody can see it. The second function called say hello, if you look inside the body of that function, it's just consoling hello friend. And then we have another function called say goodbye, which says goodbye friend. So when you want to greet, you can say, you can pass in the say hello function to the greet robot, and this greet robot function takes the say hello and we call it inside the greet robot. So whereby when you do this, you're gonna you expect to see the output. So right now, let's try to get into the code and let me show you how this is working exactly. I hope I was able to explain this properly and didn't lose anybody. Is everybody following me or I lost somebody there? Just tell me where I might have blundered. Is everybody okay? Good people, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Is everybody okay? Okay, Easy is good, Ube is good. Okay, since we're quiet, I believe, let's code and see. Okay, cool, no problem. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Can everyone see my page?
No, we
How
can
about
see
now,
it.
guys? How about now? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So just for now, looking at from line 18, this is where we're going to be creating our greet robot function, right? This is where we create the function greet robot. So greet robot is more like the main function. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with C++, where you have the main function and you have to write each and every other functionality for that program inside the main. So this is low-key the same implementation. So function greet robot will be our main function. This is the person doing the stuff or the entity doing the stuff. Because in this instance, our robot is the one greeting, right? So our robot takes in an argument. This argument has to be a function because we need to use that functionality inside the greet robot block code. And then inside this body, the function body of the robot, we call our argument, also known as the function. But now, what is the greeting function? We need to create separate functions for greeting and for saying, yeah, just call it the greeting function. So we also create a function called hello console.log. So I'm not going to use console.log as I want you to see the actual output on the HTML page. So we're going to be using something called the DOM, also known as the document object model. This just specifies that we're using the document instead of the browser or the console. We'll dive into deeper on objects as we progress. Just for now, know that the document here stands for the document object, meaning our current web page. And write is a method of the document class. So this is more like object-oriented programming, but let's not dive into that right now. Just know that write is a method of document. Everybody okay? And inside this method, we're going to say hello friend, right? That's what we want to do. We're going to change the same thing here. We want to call the document object and we call the write method. Cool. So now we're going to see the output on our page. Let me quickly share Whoa, 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 whoa. On your side, guys, can you please also copy the code and then you also explore your own outputs and verify whether or not they are giving you the same output as mine. Can anybody see the output or you guys still seeing the VS Code? Guys, can you see the output or you
Not
still
yet.
seeing the code?
We can only see the video.
Okay, cool. So, but you guys understand what I've written here? We just want to see the output, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you now see the output? Instead, let me do this one.
Yes. I could see.
Okay, can you now guys see the entire screen, both the output and the code? Can you guys see it?
Yes. Yes. I see.
You see both the output and the code, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so cool. If we look at this now, what is simply happening here? On line 27, we are calling our grid robot. Grid robot is a function, right? Grid robot is a function, and all it does is that it takes another function as a parameter and it returns that function by calling it inside its body. So this is what's happening right here. The greeting function is being called by the grid robot. But now to call the greeting function, you just need to call the grid robot and pass it that particular function you want to use. This is called higher order functions. Does everyone understand what we're doing here? Who's lost? Who's not lost? Please talk to me. Is everybody following? Okay, if you are lost, just say I'm lost. If you're following, you can keep quiet. A simple, just
Lost.
saying I'm lost.
Lost.
Who's lost? Talk to me. Who's lost?
It's me.
Pardon?
Can you hear me?
Darling, are you the one who's lost?
No, it's Chinaza.
Oh, Chinaza, are you lost?
Yes. The
Okay, where exactly are you lost? Talk to me. Let's go through it.
uh, so the greeting function, is it a word you just write, or you can I change the word? Where is that greeting function coming from? The first
Which
one,
greeting?
the argument, the one inside the parentheses at the top.
Sure, this part. Line 16?
No, line 15, the one inside the
Oh, okay. You're talking
right.
about this part. Greeting function.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Where
Here, it's simple. The greeting function is just a name for your identifier. You can also just write it like this function. What we can just do, okay, let's try to do it from scratch. Okay, function. Function is the keyword for creating a function, right? So we want a function to greet, right? The function greet. This function is going to take a parameter. It's going to take a function as an argument, I mean. So we can just write it function to greet. Do you still understand why I'm saying function to greet? Function to greet is just an identifier or the name of the argument. It doesn't necessarily have to be declared anyway. You can also change this and just say func. Now you know that whatever you're going to be passing inside is a function. And then you call this function here like this, return func.
Okay.
Do you understand this implementation?
Yes, yes, I understand.
Instead, you don't need that return keyword. Instead, what you can do is just call the function inside the body code of greet.
And is the same thing as the return?
Pardon?
Hello? I said, is it the same thing as the return, like saying return func?
Well, it's the same thing, but not entirely, because return tends to perform it returns whatever the function is doing, but it doesn't necessarily call the function. And when it returns it, it's going to terminate anything after that function. So for example, if you had something here like, okay, something like console.log, we're done greeting. If you do this and you put the return here, the line 18 won't run because return acts as a terminator of some sort. It will return the function and call it, but whatever else that's underneath the return statement will not be called. So if we call the greet function, line 17 will run, but line 18 won't run. Do you understand that?
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
yes.
But are you still following why we say greet robot? And then, okay, let's try this. We're going to start this from all over. Right? Tell me when I'm losing you. So right now, we want to call the function func inside greet. And then we're going to declare a function called, we declare a function that says hello. Right? Say hello.
Yes.
This function will accept no arguments. All we want to do is just return, or let's say console document.write. We want to write document.write hello world, right?
Yes.
Cool. You understand that part, right? So function greet and function say hello are two different functions, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we want to use higher order functionality. And higher order functionality based on the definition that we were given or we are using, higher order functions are functions that accept functions as arguments or return functions. So if you look at function greet, it accepts a function and it returns a function, or it calls it inside the body code. In this case, we are accepting a function as an argument. That's one of the higher order abilities, right? Higher order function abilities. Do you understand that part?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now, so to use higher order, if we wanted to use say hello, we could simply say hello and run it like this. It'll still run, right? And run it like this. It'll still run, but we are not using higher order functionality. Instead, if we want to use higher order functionality, we would pass say hello inside of greet function. So instead, we call the greet function, and then we pass it say hello. Do you understand this?
Okay, yes. Yes.
Okay, and then if we run it, check out the output. Can you see what's the output?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, because it is the same thing as saying say hello, of calling say hello. But the difference here is that the higher order functionality is not being regarded. If you can see this, say hello, we're just calling the actual function as it is. But with greet, we are using higher order functionality to call the say hello function. Do you understand that part?
Okay. Yes, I do
Are you
know.
sure you're following? Are you sure you're with us, right? If I give you other exercises,
Yes.
you'll be able to tackle them.
Yes. Similar ones.
So similar ones. Okay, cool. So let's go back to our grid robot example. I want to know who doesn't understand this. Who is lost? Is everybody with us? Everyone is following? Is everybody following?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Does anybody have any questions about higher order functions? Does anybody have questions on higher order functions? So people are not responding. So let's try to
I'm
attack.
good.
Oh, you're good. Okay, cool. Let's try to attack or tackle the exercise that we have, right? So our exercise 2 says create a function called multiply that takes a number and returns a new function that multiplies its argument by that number. Who doesn't understand that? Can everybody understand that?
Please repeat the question.
Create a function, right? Create a function that called multiply that takes a number that takes a number and returns a new function that multiplies its argument by that number.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure we are following?
Yeah.
So let's go through the step-by-step explanation. Firstly, we need to define the multiply function, right? Because we need to create a function called multiply, right? Multiply by. So firstly, let me share my VS Code. Oh, wait for me a minute. Does anybody need the notes of the previous exercises we did, or you all good? You are following? Does anybody need the notes that we were working on right now, or should I just send them in the group chat? Okay, no problem. I'll send them in the group 1 group chat. In the if I send them to the chat, there's a lot of them, so and the chat is limited by characters, I think. Not everything will go through. So I'm gonna try to send you the link to the group chat so that you're able to join the group chat. But if you are not able to, let me see something. Let me see what I can do real quickly. Oh, we already sent these. Okay, cool. No problem. So guys, let's tackle the second exercise. So right, step-by-step explanation. We're gonna need to define the multiply function. So function multiply by. Right? This function will take a number as input, meaning we need an argument for a number here. Cool. After here, this number will be the multiplier. We need to return a new function, and then inside the function multiply by function, is everybody following? I hope. Okay, cool. First step, we defined our multiply by function, right? Everybody's good with that. With the second step, we need to return a function, right? We need to return a new function. This can be done by saying return function. So guys, there's something called, what are these called again? Damn, I'm losing the vocab. So there's something called pure functions or nameless functions. Let me look for the proper word for it. Real quick, please give me a real quick. Okay, yeah, these are anonymous functions, yes. These are some of the notes I sent in the group one. Anonymous functions. So anonymous functions are functions without a name, and they are often used as arguments. Alright? Anonymous functions without a name, and are normally used as arguments. Right? So in this example, it will be something like this. So we need to return a function, right? And this function damn, why am I getting lost now? We return a new function inside the multiply by function, right? So we return a new function that takes another number as an input. So instead of saying number here, we can call this a multiplier, because now this number will act as a multiplier, right? This argument is going to act as a multiplier to our new function, and then inside this new function, this function takes a number as an argument, and this new function will multiply the input number by the multiplier. Does everybody understand this implementation, or is somebody lost? Is everybody following?
Wait, what?
Because who's lost here? I need people that are lost, or who's following. Who's lost, who's following?
Well, I didn't hear you nicely, but please repeat.
Oh, you didn't hear me nicely?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm saying we created a function. Wait, which part didn't you hear nicely exactly? I want to know that. People, talk to me.
It's a bit complex.
Bit complex. Okay, cool. I know it's a bit complex. Right? If we look at the step-by-step explanation. I hope it breaks it down until you understand it. All right. So with higher order functions, we took a function as an argument and we're returning another function. So technically, this is higher order implementation. And how to tackle it is this. In this example is this. We defined a multiple by function. This is line 15. Can everybody see my VS Code? Can everybody see the VS Code?
Yes, yes, I can see it. I'm following.
Okay, cool. On line 15, we declared a function called multiply by. This function takes a number as input, and this number will be the multiplier. You understand that?
You
Yeah.
said the
Are we all
multiplier does what, bro?
understanding me? Pardon?
What do you say the number and the multiplier? What does it do again?
The number by multiplier, it is going to act as the multiplier. Guys, are you guys following? Who's lost? Who's not? Are you guys following? And do you understand the implementation?
If you can go over it again.
Okay, cool. Let's go over it, right? So I'm going to go over creating it, and then we go over explaining the actual implementation, right? Are we
All
good
right,
with that?
all right.
Okay, cool. So on line 15, we define a function called multiply by, right? Are we following? On line
Yes,
15, we create a
yes,
function called multiply by. This function takes a number as an argument, right?
yeah.
This function takes a number as an argument, and this number is going to act as a multiplier. Hence, we gave it an identifier of multiplier, or the name of multiplier, right?
Okay.
Are we all good on that? So inside return multiply, right? Inside multiply by, we return a new function. And this function is going to be an anonymous function because we don't have a name for that function. We all get that. Are we all getting that? Guys, the multiply function returns a new function, which is an anonymous function, right? And inside this multiply function, we return a new function that takes another number as an input or another number as an argument. And inside this new function will return the multiplied number. So you're going to multiply the input by the multiplier. So check, guys. Let's do this now. Right? So multiply by 2. We're going to sorry for that, guys. So we're going to use an example here. Okay, let me send the explanation for this one real quick. Real quick. So guys, in this explanation, when you call multiply by 2, multiply by 2 here is just a variable that's going to store the multiply by function. Can you see that? Can we guys see line 23? Guys, can you see line 23? Can everyone see line 23?
Oh, you can see.
Yes, but you're not responding. Something, some feedback now. Okay, yes, Oscar, we can see it. No, we can't see. Cool. So on line 23, we're using an example. This is an example usage, right, of how you would implement a higher order function using this. So firstly, we need a variable that's going to store our parent function. In this case, the multiply by function. So as you can see, we're going to assign the multiply function to multiply by 2. And this multiply function, when we call it, we give it a multiplier. So for in this case, we give it 2, right? So we want to multiply any number by 2. Do we understand that? This is why we input 2 here. We're going to multiply any number by 2, right? Instead of console.log, let's document this. Let me share everything now. Okay, guys, can you see both screens? The input, the output, and the code. Guys, can you see both screens? Okay, cool. Can you see exercise 2, the output? Okay, cool. Okay. So guys, let me explain this. What's happening here, we created a variable called multiply by 2. This variable multiply by 2 now contains the calling function, which is why we called it here multiply by, is this function we created here, multiply by. But now, whenever you're going to be calling multiply by, we need a multiplier. Hence, we gave it a 2. Alright, so this calling function is going to be stored in this variable called multiply by 2. That's the first step. And then here, we want to give an argument to the anonymous function inside the multiply by function. So since we know that this multiply by function is being assigned to multiply by 2, multiply by 2 will then pass another argument for the function inside here that we are returning. And this function should return 2, which is, okay, on line 19, this is what's happening right now. Number is going to be the number we passed in here, which is going to be 5. Can you see the 5, guys? 5 is the number we passed in here. And 2 is the number we passed in on the multiplier. Can everybody understand that? Can everybody understand that?
Please repeat, Dapp. Please repeat.
Which portion do I repeat?
I didn't hear you. When you said now.
Okay, cool. Multiply. Okay, which part didn't you get, fam? I need to understand that part. Which part didn't you get, fam?
They say something about a multiplier.
Okay, can you tell me line what? Line 1, 2, 23, 24? Which line?
23.
23. So cool.
Yeah.
What's happening here is technically us. We're trying to store the calling of the function multiply, right? Okay, I think when I'm using multiply by, it's making people very, okay, multiply, right? Can you see multiply function?
Sure.
Can you see the multiply function? We need to call it, right?
Yes, I
We
see.
need to call the multiply function.
But the const is we see we are calling it.
Can you see, okay, multiply by 2. Right? What I mean by multiply by 2 is because of I'm going to call the function multiply and give it the multiplier. Remember we gave this identifier in a name multiplier? It's because of whatever number we pass into that multiplier becomes the multiplier of the whole function. So If they give you and be like, want to multiply each and every number, or want to multiply a number by 5, you can pass it 5 here and be like, multiply by 5, just to make it more descriptive. So with multiply, this function multiply, we pass it an argument of 5. Oh, we pass it a parameter of 5, right? This
Yes.
5 is going to act as a multiplier. So whatever number we're going to pass on the second function is going to be multiplied by 5, right? So this variable multiplied by 5 carries the calling function of multiply. So whatever is going to be done here is going to be returned to multiply by 5. Because when we call multiply 5, it returns a new function that multiplies any given number by 5. Do you understand that part?
Yes, I
Are we all
understand.
following? You understand? Are you sure?
Yeah, sort of.
It's still clear. It's still not clear to me.
Who's not understanding?
It's me.
Okay, easy. You want us to try why not multiply? Okay, let's try to see if that works. Right? Let's see that. If that would work. Document.write. I didn't want to use that because I tend to make stuff more modular. So let's try to use your case. So we say 5, right? 2 by 5. I believe this should work as well. Yes, it works very fine. Let's see. 5 times 5. Okay, cool. It works very fine. So that's another method of getting the output or implementing this usage. So as we see, we're all used to this syntax whenever we're calling a function. We're not used to the double brackets, but the double brackets it's used if you have a higher order function. This just means that you have a nested function and it needs an argument. Hence you can just say double braces like that, double brackets like that, nested. Does everybody understand this implementation?
So the second argument is for the inner function.
Yes. So you see there's 2 brackets on line 23, right? Easy just showed us a
Yes.
shortcut because I was using a long try. Right. Easy showed us a
Okay.
shortcut because I was using a long try. I was using a long try so that everybody can understand this. But line 24 and 25 is the same thing as line 23 in a sense. Because if you try to run them, they still have the same output. Are we understanding that? Does everybody understand that?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Who's lost on this, guys? I need to know who's lost. Now tell me who's lost. Who's lost, guys? Talk to me. Is everybody okay on higher order function? Who does not understand higher order function? Everyone, talk to me, guys. I need to know.
We understand.
Pardon? Okay. We understand. All good. Okay, guys. Someone understands shorthand method better. Okay. If you understand the shorthand method better, it's proper. The only difference there was that I declared a variable to store the result of the first argument. And then on that variable, we call it again using, and then we give it an argument of the second function, right? Okay, guys.
Okay.
These are the examples that I need you guys to follow, to have exercises. If you ever feel like you're having trouble, just talk to me. Okay, I'm gonna just send these exercises on the group chat. I hope everyone. Rito, are you still there? I believe that my time is up for the lesson. Guys, does anybody have more questions? Who doesn't understand? Who needs more in-depth lessons on this? Guys, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Oxygen Global, a Cardano Smart Contract Development Languages. Today is the 14th of August 2024. I am Jason Taylor, and today I'll be repeating what I did Monday, which will be displaying and extracting information from a wallet, such as balance, collateral ARA, and the short address. So welcome everyone. So we'll be starting with the question, what is Helios? Does anyone have an idea of what is Helios? Helios? Anyone? Anyone? Going once, going twice. Israel, will you please answer?
Helios is a functional programming language that is one of the reasons it's used is to create smart contracts. And yeah, yes, I think in short, that's what I can say.
As well as to build decentralized applications. Thank you, Israel.
Thank you.
So does anyone have an idea what's a decentralized app? What the meaning of a decentralized application? Anyone? Christina, last time you answered a question, will you please answer this one? Okay, let me answer. So, from my understanding, a D app, which is a decentralized application, is an application on a decentralized network or blockchain, but mostly blockchain, rather than relying on a central server. So basically it's connected to multiple blocks, like multiple computers instead of a central server. Any questions? If I continue, anyone want to answer what's a blockchain? No one. Nobody. So a blockchain is a digital record, basically, which records transactions across many computers, and within the blockchain it cannot be altered by anyone without complicated stuff. So now we'll be moving on to displaying information from a wallet, such as the wallet name, wallet balance, the collateral ARA, and short address. Can you see my screen? Hello?
No, I can't see your screen.
I'm happy.
Oh, Jason,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask, for us to follow along and code along, we need the Helios language, or we just need to know JavaScript like that?
Like from Helios, we'll be using a file to display information. We'll be using a file which contains Helios. So
Okay.
we'll see now. Please go to this website and download the folder.zip to follow along with the lesson. Did it answer your question?
Not yet.
Okay, you'll see now. That's how we use it.
Okay. No
Like we'll
problem.
be importing from a Helios file.
I can't seem
I'm
to
gonna
find
send.
any folders. Okay, just send the link if possible.
I'm gonna send. Yeah, and check. It's called the folder.zip, and then you just extract that files. If you come right, is everyone following along? Should I do it?
Now we can see. So which folder should we be opening on?
The folder.
Yeah, inside zip folder, where do we go to?
Snake game.
Snake games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you open it in VS Code?
Oh, okay, the whole folder, right?
So what I want you to do now is in the folder there's two folders called Helios underscore Jimba and Snake Game. Now inside Helios underscore Jimba is two files, one called Helios and one called Jimba. What I want you to do is copy and cut those files and take it to Snake Game. Paste it in Snake Game, I mean. So
Wait, please repeat that. Inside zip folder, there's a folder called Helios, Jamba, and Snake Game.
sorry, I can't hear you.
You said inside the zip folder, there's two folders, Helios, Jamba, and Snake Game.
Yes, so I want you to go into Helios underscore Jimba. In that
Yes.
folder there's two files, right?
There's two JavaScript files, yes?
Yes, one named Helios and one named Jimba.
Okay, cool.
So what I want you to do is copy and paste it here
On
by
Snake Game.
Snake Game. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Like that. In order for this to work, you need a Chrome or just an AMI extension or Eternal or you need
You
to
need to have what?
NAMI extension, your wallet.
Okay.
And if it turned on or turned off, no. As you can go through the Helios file, as you can see, the author is Christian Smith. The about says Helios is a smart contract DSL for Cardano. This is a library. JavaScript library contains functions to compile Helios sources into Proteus core. Transactions can be also built using Helios. So if you want to go through the documentation, you can go there by Helios file because you see there's a lot. There's like around 5,000 lines of codes in this file. You're not even 5,000, sure. 57,611 lines of code. Wow. Then Jimba also is a testing library that I was talking about yesterday. Testing tool, you know. And it says that the author is Bernard Sebanda, which is I think. So that is also a tool we can use to test whether our code is working right and expected. Any questions? Any questions? No questions. Oscar, no questions.
I'm still trying to open up the folders. I just moved the files. Yeah. So.
Yes. So all of this is like you can do it on an empty HTML file also, but this is just to show you we can do it within a game also.
So
or any file.
Is our focus the snake game file, right?
Sorry?
Is our focus on the snake game folder?
Yes. So you move the content that, like the two files that is in Helios underscore Jimba, you move the two files into Snake Game.
Okay, no problem. That's fine.
And I'm quickly gonna write something now, which is important in order for it to work. And how long is this gonna take? But yeah, let's do it. Any questions before I continue?
So wait, I was still following along you, right? Like,
Yes.
That's great. Oh, can you please quickly explain your line 8?
Line 8. This is for the Snake Game. In order to work, it requires an empty object, so it's like a placeholder of an object. It's gonna come from other files, like base thing. So in order for it to work, if you can open it now, it's not gonna work, I think. Let's see. You see, it's not working. So I'm gonna check now. So it acts as an empty placeholder for an object. If you get that I'm saying.
I get that.
As you see, we're using require there. So there's it again. Now the next script is the most important script. It's the script that's gonna be displaying the information, whether to console.log or on the page, like on the game, on this, yeah, can be on the left, right, center. Yes, Maloko. The hand is up.
Sorry, Jason. Which files
Yeah.
do we copy to the snake folder?
Helios.js and Jimba.js. It's in the folder
Right.
and Helios underscore Jimba.
Alright, let me check.
Or should I demonstrate it again?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So we have two folders in the zip folder. One named Helios underscore Jimba and one named Snake Game. So what I want you to do is take the files of Helios underscore Jimba, copy and paste it into Snake Game. It must be like this. So we're using it is we're going to import various classes, functions from Helios in Jimba in order for this to work. Any questions before I continue?
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see, this will be our script to display and our wallet name, the balance, collateral order, and our short address. I'm sure everyone is familiar with import. What import does.
Isn't like importing other modules from.
Any questions while I'm importing necessary classes and functions?
So right now you are busy importing the classes and all.
Yes, from Helios. If you can see in Helios, if you go check, all of these are like classes or functions that is at export, where we'll be able to export and use it from another file.
And what are these classes that we're exporting their main function? What is the main function of them?
Like, bytes to X, it's like it takes a byte string to a nest hexadecimal string. You understand?
Okay.
And a substitute wallet like helps us to work with the wallet, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Okay.
TX is for transactions.
Okay. And then I guess the rest are just explanatory, right?
Sure. Should I copy and paste this line in chat? Well, this is long. Or
Shorten.
So we're going to declare a function, an asynchronous function. I believe those who attended the previous lesson by Oscar, he explained what an asynchronous function is, or how to, like an arrow function, asynchronous arrow function.
Jason, I'm facing a bit of an issue on the import statements.
What's wrong?
I think, okay, let me see this.
You just please post the code on the chat so we can cross copy and paste it.
Will do. It's in chat if you want to see it here.
Thank you very much.
So what I'm about to do now is everyone with me?
Yes, sir.
So now what I'm about to do is I'm going to check for the presence of a specific Cardano wallet. There's various Cardano wallets. Let me just give you an example of, there's like 9 that I know of. There's 9 at the others. Fearless, Eternal, Yoroi, Nami. We'll be using Nami in this example, but you can apply our knowledge to all of these wallets. They run with me. Or any questions?
Oh wait, I'm still trying to configure the Nami extension real quickly.
I'm sure you're aware of what async function is, right? Yeah. Isn't Game Shadow is group? I'm even taking using terminal Wi-Fi. I can't actually hear clearly. Okay, no problem. I'll share it. As long as you get the basics as to how we're going through this, like how to display, then I'll share the code once I'm done. Is that okay, Mr. Chiriso? So as you can see here in my arrow function called Cardano function, we declare a const variable called C window, which is Cardano window, and initialize it to window.cardano, which is an object, I believe. When then we check if type of C window returns undefined. If it returns undefined, it means that like type of can return string, int, object, undefined like that in that sequential manner. So if it does return undefined, it will this code inside here will not run. And we can say that console.log connect to wallet to Cardano wallet. So if you can let's test this function out by adding an event listener. And Cardano function. We call it function. Please, if you have any questions, ask.
I wanted to know, what does the Cardano unknown word mean, or are those comments? I'm not sure. Look at from line 23 on the right side.
It's from an extension. Sorry.
Because I'm seeing here, I'm trying to code along, and then boom, I'm getting errors.
Where are you getting errors?
No, like as in like the blue words that you have from the right side. Like for example, Cardano unknown word, C window unknown word.
Because it's my extension. It's like a spelling extension. It checks for spelling.
Okay. Checks for spelling.
So it doesn't recognize. Sorry?
And unknown variables.
These ones. I'm talking about this.
No, about those, the extension.
Unknown spellings. Like it doesn't know the spelling. Like Cardano.
Oh, okay, no
As
problem.
I said, this is a spelling extension that I have. If you can go here.
How do you use a spelling?
Sometimes you see this extension. But anyways, let's go back to business. We were in the process of creating an event listener to check whether the function is working or not. Let me go. Here's my prompt. Check prompt. Helios.js does not provide network RMs. Any coding always bound to get issues, so it's up to you if you can fix it or not.
So Jason, can you pause a bit there?
Sorry?
I was asking if you can pause a bit. Right there, yes.
Does anyone have questions? So for instance, since we're using the NAMI wallet, I'm demonstrating an example of the NAMI wallet. But for instance, let's say if you were using eternal, you wanna say else if, right? C window dot eternal. Then if it's that one, then we just say wallet name is equals to eternal, and so on. We can continue this process until we have all the wallets. But now, for time's sake, and because I have one wallet, we'll be using Nami. But it shows you can do a lot of other wallets as well. Any questions before I move on?
I just need to get your code real quickly before we move on.
As I paste it.
Yeah, you can paste it, actually. But I doubt it's gonna be able to paste because I think the chat is limited with characters and so.
Can I paste it on WhatsApp now? Or should I paste it on WhatsApp, Oscar? Anyone else?
Yeah, you can post it on WhatsApp.
Sent. So this function basically what it does, it checks the presence of a wallet, Nami, Yoroi, internal. Then if it's there, it gets a name, like see we know that Nami, if it exists, it displays there. Wallet name is equals to Nami. We change the variable that it make let here, which is also not good. But as you can see here, here's my Nami. Any questions? Because we'll be moving on to the next one now, which will be showing all the data. No questions. No questions. No questions.
Jason, please go through that again, the functionality of the whole as a whole again.
Can you repeat what you said now?
Yeah, so like just a brief kind of thing.
Okay, so our Cardano function here is in a sync arrow function, right? So what it does, it checks for the presence of a specific wallet, right? Then, if that wallet is there, it sets the wallet name variable accordingly. You understand?
If the wallet is there, it sets the Cardano wallet name accordingly.
Yes, like for instance, if the wallet name is Nami, because here, by C we know that Nami. Let me explain this line to you. So it checks if the C window property is C window object is a property Nami.
Oh, okay.
So if it does have it, that means it's available, like the wallet is there. You understand?
Okay. Yes. So technically, C window.nami brings back a true or false value.
You can say that, yes. So if it returns true, it does bring back to true or false. Because if C window.nami, so if it does exist, it says true. It returns true. True. Sorry, English. It returns true. But if there's no property by C window that is equals to Nami is going to return false, then this block won't be executed and else will be ran. You understand? Or should I explain further? So
please try to do that. Explain further. But I get what you're saying, though.
So let's start here, right? Does is an object. So we're retrieving the Cardano object from the global window scope, right? And then we are assigning it to C window, right? Then we
Yeah.
use C window to check if we get. Do you know what does a type of keyword do in JavaScript? It returns whether an int or string, object, things like that, even undefined. So if the thing is not defined, it will. So you see, if C window is not equals to undefined. So if it's not defined, then this block of code is gonna run. So since we get something from this global object window, this code is expected to run. So C window.name is also what I said is it checks if the C window object is a property NAMI, which indicates that the NAMI wallet is available. I don't know if you understand. Oscar, anyone? No one?
I'm following a bit. I'm following.
Okay. Easy from that. What did you understand? Let's hear.
So what you were saying was that from the code, the line of code, right?
Yes.
Oh, so from the line of code, you were saying that the if statement is checking if C window is not undefined,
Yes,
right?
by the use of
So
type of.
yeah, by the use of type of. If the type of C window is not equals to undefined, then you can then say, look, check if you can then check if the window has NAMI, if the window has a NAMI wallet available. If it does have a NAMI wallet available, assign wallet name to it, and then console log it to the console, like show it in the console. If not, return 0.
Nice. Any questions before I continue?
Continue.
Oscar, I can continue. What did you say? Mr. Ren. Okay, I'm continuing to show wallet data now. We're gonna create a points, right? Show
So
wallet.
wait, Jason, check. To see the actual event, you have to to see the actual functionality of the function. You have to add the event listener,
Yes. When the page
and then
loads,
that's
then you call
oh,
the
that's when you're
function.
gonna see when the page loads,
Yes.
it automatically calls the function, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. No worries. Got that.
As you can see, yeah. Did you see? From my Google Chrome, you use it there. If I switch off my extension, let's see. If I switch it off, it should give us connect to Cardano wallet NAMI. Understand? If you switch it on, it should say the wallet name, AMI. You can even use JLog here, like instead of console log, you say JLog. For testing purposes, JLog, we should expect the pass in uh, ish, ish. It's just um, is can see. Any questions before I move on to show wallet now? Show wallet data. So we'll be displaying the following. We'll be showing the wallet name. I mean, we already showed the wallet name, the balance, the short address, and the collateral area. All of the use of the following. Any questions? No questions. So silence means you'll understand or you're lost. Are you lost? Can I get a thumbs up if you're on board?
So please go back to the code there. I want to see something. There was something I didn't understand.
Yeah.
For the show wallet function.
What else?
Oh yeah, it's still empty.
Yeah. I'm about this is so yes, sorry. Digital assets. So what we're gonna do here, this is gonna be used towards the end where we push or add an object to an array, one object in array. So now watch. We have any questions? Well, you know, and down that. It's very easy to make mistakes here, and so just make sure you're following along. And if you have any errors, ask. So, can anyone try and explain what does this do? We can try and see if anyone understands. One. So what does this line of what it does is we use the evaluate like method which evaluates this expression window.cardano dot plus wallet name to access the wallet object, and it's with the use of await. So you can't use await in a synchronous function, but only in an asynchronous function. So you see if I remove this, I'm gonna get an error. So it will be waiting for this function to complete finish. That's why we have wallet name as a global variable in order to access it once we get wallet name from the Cardano function. I don't know if you get me. So like here it's going to be like wallet. The end result is going to be wallet is equals to window dot Cardano dot Nami. Essentially we'll be getting what Nami is a wallet name. So it will be like this. Any questions? You'll understand, right? Now with the use of, you're going to enable the wallet.
So we are saying that Nami. We're saying the wallet is equals to Nami.
Sorry?
The first line. We are saying that the wallet is equals to Nami, which is window.nami. I'm asking.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Alright.
Enable. So we enable in the wallet now. In order to get access to the wallet, right? Then we're gonna go on wallet. So you see, we also use our wait keyword here. So we're basically waiting for this to finish. So once this finishes, then it's like with promises, we're waiting for the promise to resolve. So once it's done, this will be now assigned to. So it's gonna be like nami.enable is Israel said now. Any questions? No questions. If you want a one-on-one, you can go to like one-on-one with me. You can go to the site coxygen.co, request a call or video call on the site here. Then you can choose phone call, chat call. Then connect now, fill in your details, and it will be redirected to one of the people. Yeah, it's only if you have question. Okay, thank you, Easy. Thank you, Israel, for stating that. Guys, let's be interactive. If you don't say what you are struggling with, you won't be able to help yourself where you need help. Thank you. Israel knows why he's saying that. I'm not going to say anything further, but he knows why he's saying that. So where was I? Sorry. Validated enable, which is also redundant. Now we're going to connect to the wallet API named wallet API. Oscar, are you alright? Still with us or not? I don't think we need this. So,
Yo, Jason.
yes, I'm asking, are you with us still? Because, yeah.
Yes, my mic went off. Sorry about that. So I'm with you. I'm lost on the await eval. So what are those two keywords for?
Sorry?
The await keyword and the avail keyword.
The wait.
Yes.
The wait. Okay. Do you know what's asynchronous function?
Yes, I know asynchronous functions. It's
Yes.
the error functions, right?
No, you can't use a wait without there's arrow functions on its own, right? Then there's asynchronous
Yes.
functions. This is an
Okay.
asynchronous arrow function, right? So you can't
Oh,
use
okay.
a sync. You can't use a wait without a sync. So they work hand in hand, hand in hand. Sorry, my English.
So it's more like a wait is more like one of the
It
properties for a thing.
so it basically waits for this to finish, like for this to assign. So once it gets the wallet name, for instance, it waits for this function to finish until it assigns this. Because as you can see, we're using wallet name from this here on top, and
So if it's a
it
case of the wallet name has not been assigned, it will wait until it's been assigned.
yes.
Okay. Now I get
Then
that.
also
And
here,
then for
as you can see, it says also here await, but
uh-huh.
we're using so it all works hand in hand together. As you can see, this it now is waiting for this to finish. That one is waiting for us to finish. You understand?
So the
That's
wallet is waiting to get the wallet name, and then wallet enabled is waiting for what?
for wallet. Because now,
Oh,
basically,
so
what I said, wallet, the final result will be wallet is equals to window dot Cardano dot Nami. That will be the final one. As you can see, we assign the Nami. So basically, this will be equals to this, yeah.
So technically, line 54 is waiting for line 52 to execute.
Yes, then line 52 is waiting for this.
For the whole function.
Like this,
to execute.
this whole function to finish.
Okay, no problem, no problem. And then
Understand?
And then 56 is waiting for 54. So all the lines are codependent in a sense.
Yes.
Okay, now I get it. But I still don't understand the evaluate keyword or the evaluate function.
Like the eval, okay, let's do this. Don't be ashamed to use ChatGPT. So I will tell you that.
To be using tools.
No, I just wanna say, I'm just saying.
Oh.
It's simple English.
Evaluate.
It's a function that takes a string and executes it as if it were JavaScript code. So you see?
Oh, okay.
+2.
Oh, flip. So you can actually write. It's more like okay. Now I think I'm getting it. Now I get it. Don't worry about that. You can continue.
You understand? That's how it's like it will return this. Understand? Oscar?
Yes, Jason, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm following.
I'm trying my best, don't worry.
Oh,
So
yes,
the
man, I
next.
can see. Do the best.
So here we're using the SIP30 wallet that we imported from the Helios file, right? In order to connect to the SIP30. Understand? So it creates a new instance basically of the SIP30 wallet using the wallet enable basically. And also waits for it to be initialized. So now moving on to the next, which is getting the base address. Creating a wallet helper. Fonts wallet, which is also imported, as you can see, where is it? Imported from the Helios file. So now you're creating a wallet helper, right? The new wallet helper, wallet API. So you see, we're also now using this, yeah. Any questions before I continue to get our base address? Does anyone know what's a base address?
No. Base address isn't the address of the Cardano wallet or what?
So, yeah, you can say that a base address is a type of address, right? Which is used in the Cardano blockchain. So, it's the address for us receiving our ADA.
And is it also the same address for you to send ADA?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, no problem.
But it's like the address that you have to interact with the Cardano network. Like, you understand?
Yes, I understand. More like how your IP address helps you to communicate with the net, some shit like that.
Yes.
Okay, excuse my French.
So now we get in the base address. Base address equals to so you can even JLog this. Let's see. See what log one. You see how the address looks like. It does work. Okay, it's because I'm not holding the no I'm not let's see. I'm failing. You see, this is a so as you can see, this is not in a human readable form. See, I think this must be it. It's not in a readable human form, but yes. Now we're gonna move on to the batch 32. Does anyone have an idea of what's a batch 32 address?
Alright, that one I'm lost.
Where did I lose you?
The base 32 address way?
Correct?
The base 32 address way.
That's
Talk to me.
so I would say that the base 32 address, right? Not the base 32, I mean the batch 32 address, right? I'd say it's a human readable form, basically. Format, right? Used in the Cardano blockchain. So it's human readable compared to the base address, which is not human readable, right? I don't know if you can, and like, you understand what I'm saying. So the base address is like the internal representation used for a blockchain interaction, right? Then the batch 32
Please
address
can you
is the
still lost me,
human.
man.
Hmm?
Oh,
I'm,
okay, please continue.
I'm still explaining, like, base address, right, is the internal representation used for the Cardano interaction, right?
Yes,
Then the
yes.
batch 32 address is the human readable format used for displaying like the address to users with no error detection. So if we can like JLog it here and let's see, it should give us the one that's on our wallet. Did I still lose you? I mean,
No, I still
yeah.
get it, man.
Are you
Because I
sure?
saw when you logged to the base address, it wasn't in human readable form. But now
You
you're
see now,
saying
see
the
that's
base
what.
address. Nah, my man, I still can't beat that. Is
Yeah,
that
but
your address?
yeah, it's human readable. Like you can read the address. Like it's just address here. Can you see?
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
I understand now.
Are you sure?
Yes. So wait, what is the main purpose of using the base address and what is the main purpose of using a batch 32 address?
So
Because
the
I
base
got the
address is
base
like
address.
The base address is like interacting with the internal part of Cardano. You understand?
For
But
example,
it's
if you want to
blockchain.
search certain information about that Cardano wallet.
Yes. You can say that, but I think for security reasons, like that's why it's not in a human readable form.
Oh, okay. All right, get that point.
Then the page 32 address is like to be able to display and also receive money.
Yeah.
So if you can see, the two is the same here. But yeah, do you understand? Or should I try and
No.
elaborate further?
That's why you see in the code is for the batch 32 address. He's taking the base
The base
address,
address and then
then he's converting it to a batch 32.
Oh, okay.
You see?
Yes, thank you, Israel. Any questions? No one has been interactive besides Oscar and Israel, but I'm down for anything, it's fine. You can say, am I using this JLog to like test? Like, you see, this is what Sir wants.
So the JLog2 and the J.test, is it inside what you call
It's,
it?
it's from, yeah, Chimba.
It's part of the import statement. They are right.
But you must have this, right? Because this is like to run everything, right? To run all tests.
Op._r.
It's op._r equals to 1, semicolon.
So you need that line of code for in order to be using the J library, the Jimba library.
Yes. Because look, if you know what 1 stands for, like true and not for false, so you see that it's not going to be running anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that means it's off. But if I put it to 1, it's on now. So it's working, you see. So I'm running all things. There's different options where you can run 4 functions only, like objects. You understand? So now we're moving on to balance Lovelace. Now Lovelace. Can I explain what's Lovelace?
Yes, please.
Lovelace is the amount, you know. It's Cardano's smallest unit, like amount. So in order to convert it from Lovelace to ADA, you have to divide it by like a million. You understand?
Yes.
So it's Cardano's smallest unit. Or did I lose you?
No. It's like a cent to a rand kind of thing.
Yes. So now here we're getting like a wallet. We're retrieving the balance, right?
Yeah.
So it calculates the wallet balance, right? And it retrieves the Lovelace amount. So if you're getting lost, just say the word. Lace, right? Got to local. This is a method in JavaScript to convert it to string. So if you must JLog that, now we'll be getting like the balance. Let's see. See there. The balance Lovelace. Are you seeing
Oh, you
what
got
I'm
money
saying?
now, in it. You got money. Send the money, my man.
It's just either.
I'm just kidding. Yes, I can see the output, man.
Okay. So that's how you get like the Lovelace balance. Now in order to get the collector order, does anyone know what a collector order? What's collateral R?
Collectible. Collateral or
Collateral.
collectible?
First one, collateral.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think about it.
Can anyone try to explain? Anyone? Israel, I know you know it.
Collateral art. It's like
Okay,
collectible
Israel is not a
when you
touch.
pay a logo, you see?
You can say that it's like transaction fees.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Now I get it now. But wait, as in like transaction fees for like, for example, if I send you some ADA, like if I send you 10 ADA, there will be collateral ADA.
Yeah, like that way it ensures that transactions or smart contracts are properly executed, right? You get me? So it is used to cover transaction fees. You understand?
I understand that part. So who takes the charges, the collateral? Is it taken from the sender or the receiver?
It's taken from, you can say, the sender, because if you go there to collateral, add collateral in order to interact with smart contracts on Cardano. The recommended, you see. So the amount is separated from your balance. You can choose to return it to your account. So it's basically separated from the sender, or like the sender, or anyone that has a wallet, basically, I think.
So
Yeah.
technically, if I have like 1,000 ADA on me, I can allocate probably like 10 ADA for collateral. So whenever,
Yes.
so now my balance will be like what, 990?
Yes. But as it says there on the Nami wallet, you can choose to return it to your balance at any time. You see.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
And it also comes at a cost.
Oh, you decide to speak. Yeah. Okay, what's next? Let me see what's next. So I was saying collateral R, right?
Yes.
Need more time, alright. Mouth is dry. So does anyone know what the string method does in JavaScript?
Isn't it like typecast? Isn't it like typecasting?
Yeah, you can say that. It basically just converts whatever's in it to a string. I've never seen someone typecast with a string before. I'm not saying it's
What do you think?
impossible, but
So wait.
what's wrong?
Okay, I'm trying to understand line 68. So I see you trying to cast something. Awake, help us. Awake, God, help us. So pick collateral. So technically,
So I think what is doing is collecting the collector data, then it's just casting it into a string.
alright, cool.
Yes.
Dot value into Lovelace.
How many zeros is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even
So is this Helios technically, or it's still the building blocks of Helios?
the building blocks, it's like what you must know, like in order to move, like there's still a lot. You must be able to mint NFT. You must be able to transfer other.
So right now we're just grabbing the basics.
Yeah, the basics is, you get me. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? No one is asking what does this do? No one, nothing. So must I explain it? So what we're doing here is we retrieving the collectoral information, then we're converting the love list into error by dividing it by 1 million. Then we take this whole statement, everything that's yeah man, I'm good here. We take everything that's in like the argument, yeah, and we're converting it to a string. So we convert the result to a string. So if you get $2,000 million, even though it will convert it to a string. So if you can JLog it and let's see if it works. See there, it says 5 and it's a string, right? Any questions before I move on to what's the time now? Sure. So now we're going to the short address. The short address is basically this address, but just cut up like the first 5 and the last 5 with in the middle. Any questions? You will see how to do the short address now. The short address is the batch 32 address just in the short format. Any questions? No one asking a question. Asking question. Questions means good, 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 good. Dot slice 0 to 10 plus. So you know what does a plus operator do? It's a string. Okay. And let's see if it works. JLog.
Good work.
And you can the last 5 and the first 10. So you can even say this before, which is let's see. Any questions? Any question? No question. Let's leave it on 10. Israel, you wanted to say something?
No, I'm saying it should work.
As you can see, everything is passing. That means we're going the right way. So now what we want to do is we want to push or like add everything as an object to the digital assets array. Right? So it's going to be digital as a push. I thought we push in an object, right? So we can push object. So base address, yeah. Hey, sometimes autocomplete isn't nice. Anyone Who is your partner? You only have a partner. So we can even JLog out beta sets now after JLog. Any questions as to why I did use push or what is push or as you can see as it's nice man, nice. It was quite interesting. Anyone agree? No one agrees. So you can take it further to display this information here on the web page. So that will be your activity today, displaying where's my Chrome, displaying all this information in this format here on the page. Let's say this format. I want you to display like wallet name. You put maybe Nami there, and then you put balance. Let's put the balance there. Amount. Where you have. Then what else? Correctional error. Correctional error. For instance, must give 5. Then your short address. Display your short address. So your short address must be here. Any questions? Did you see the activity I gave you? I must display all this like this information you on this web, like here in the middle or on the left and the right. Anywhere, as long as it's there. Anyone have a question?
I'm low-key lost, but yeah.
We lost now. Where did I lose you? Oscar.
Okay, I get the what you call this. Go down a bit.
Where?
Yes. Wait. After collateral aid, I tried to follow, but I got lost.
Yeah, because I did explain that short address
Okay.
is a short format of the batch 32 address, right?
Yes, I got that part.
So we take the batch 32 address, we convert it to a string, as you can see. Then we slice the first 10 letters. Then we concatenate
I'll
it
get
to this. Then again, we go to the last one now. We do the same. You understand? And we take the last 5 letters.
What's the whole point of making it a short address if it's used to actually create? Won't using a short address produce bugs when you want to create some sort of transactions or something like that?
Like, let's say you want to display the information, right? So you want to display your address, but let's say
in a secure way, because you can't reveal the whole address type of thing.
Like, are you going? Let's say you want to show it on a web page. Are you going to show everything here, like the whole long address, this long address? Are you going to show it on the page?
No, definitely not. So that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And
But in order to use it, you will use, like to use it, you won't use like the short address. we will use a batch32 address in order to receive. As you can see, it's the same thing. Any questions?
And
Questions?
then the digital asset part. So in terms of digital asset, you're getting all the details of the wallet from base address to short address.
Sorry?
I'm saying with the digital asset,
Yes.
where did you declare the digital asset, or is it an object that we already
Yeah.
imported?
I declared it, yeah.
Oh,
It's an array.
so it's an array. Oh, it's an empty
An
array.
empty.
And then when you go
Yes.
down,
We
you
did push
the
one
actual,
empty. We push an empty we pushed one object into it.
okay. The object being the actual wallet and the information about the wallet.
You can even do this, like, say, wallet. Let's see it's gonna work. Now, so let's test to see.
Can I ask a question?
Mr. Richard.
Yeah, thank you. I saw in the code. So in the code, I saw
Why did you see, Mr. Richard?
wallet per dollar function. I don't know what it is doing, and then could you scroll a little bit up for me in the code?
In the code. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just show you some.
Oh yeah. So over here, I could say to tech 32 that function, and then pick collateral. These two functions, wallet per pick collateral. If you could explain the functions line by line for me to understand it, I don't really get it.
These functions. That function.
Yeah, that one.
It converts the base address to a batch32 address, which is like converting a base address to human readable form.
All right.
Which I think is in the Helios. Let's search it. What is it? You can see, here's it here.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not okay. Yeah. Let me not complicate it. Next. What's next?
And then wallet per calculate. Wallet per pick collateral.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Yes. It retrieves the information, how can I say?
Pick collateral, yeah.
Yeah, what? It retrieves the collateral information.
Okay.
From wallet alpha, right?
Okay.
Then it. Okay.
Okay. All right. And then we have wallet enabled. Why would we have wallet to be enabled? Why do we have to enable the wallet?
Because it's not gonna work. You see there. We need to enable the wallet in order for it to work.
Okay. So it could be disabled or enabled. Okay.
You
so
see there, everything works.
What is the function? The definition of is it available? The enabling function, the definition.
As you can see, there's a lot going on here, but I think it's also from here. Or it's from the window global object.
Window object.
Yeah.
The enable.
No class. Am I losing you, sir?
Okay. All right. So in all, we are using Helios framework, and we are using it to write
Yeah, so this wouldn't be possible without Helios. The Helios.js.
Okay. All right. I'm cool.
Okay. Back to Oscar. Oscar, as I was showing you there, you can add another
Yes.
object, right, to the digital assets array. And
So,
I
for example,
demonstrated.
you can use this method when you, for example, you have some crypto, probably have a cryptocurrency, and you also have a NFT, something like that. So all of them you can actually just slot them in there.
Yeah. But
Cool.
like for instance to transfer error, you will need like the address to send to. So you can also like retrieve information like it from code. As you can see, there's a second object, there's a first object. Any questions? Any questions? Question.
Can you please send the source code for that so that I can, mess around with it?
Yeah, we'll do now. So your activity now is to go display all of this information on this web page. Like instead of on the console.log.
So that's the activity.
Yes. The
And
other
then when is
one
it due?
tomorrow. The other one is the Pac-Man one, which I'll send again in the group, where you do everything I did and showed you on the Pac-Man game.
Please repeat that.
I doubt anyone did it when I sent it Monday, besides Israel.
Please repeat that.
Did you get the first activity?
The first activity is to do what we just did right now on the actual Snake game, right?
No, the first activity is just to display all of this that we have here on the Snake game.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What
Yes.
currently displayed
But
on the
not on
console.
console.
Yes, you want it on the actual page, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And the second one, you'll be doing everything I showed you, like from showing balance, you're showing wallet name on a Pac-Man game now, not a snake game. Or you can do it on an empty HTML. And no copying and pasting. I'm joking. This is live. So you say I should send us.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Or can I just upload it there to their site? Because I can just.
Or like you want to upload it on
Jamba.
So we also use Jumba to upload certain files, not Coxygen, not NFT, I mean.
You can, but I don't know. It's something I learned from Sir that made it like so easy.
That made uploading on Jumba easy.
Yeah, like he taught us and said just go here, download it. Which one is the channel? And even. I think it's just on tuna. Yeah. If you want the one-on-one, you can come here and request like chat call, connect, and wait until you get me or someone that is proficient in Helios. Same with JavaScript. If you want a one-on-one with JavaScript, you can go to this same site, then chat call, video call, and until you get Oscar, which is like, you know. So yes, I think that's about it for today. Thank you for joining. You can get the...
What time will you be available for calls?
I don't know, I have to fish my brother at 3 now. So, anytime after 3:30. You want the call? Do you have questions, Easy?
Okay, please, will this be our normal time every day for our meetings?
It's going to be different. Today is group 2. This time.
Yeah. Okay, every day this time.
This is group 2, yes.
Guys,
We'll
guys,
later explain.
I don't think we're going to use 1 hour because I think you have a lot, guys.
So how many hours are we speaking of here now? If you say 1 hour.
Oscar, you also, when you went to your lesson, I think it went on for an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's something like that, yeah.
So, do you need an hour and a half? Or 2 hours?
Nah.
1 hour.
I've got it 1 hour.
If it's 2 hours, it means we'll have 2 sessions.
2 hours is too much. Let's make it 1.5 or 1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah, I'll do.
1.5.
Oh, okay, it's fine. What of the recorded video? How do we get it?
Yes, I'll send it on the group later. Not now.
Okay, so
okay.
Will we get all of them or only for today's recording video?
Yes.
We got all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, at what time did we start the lesson?
Is it 10:30 to until now?
10:30. Okay.
I don't know if group 3 is still going.
10:30.
Jason, are you in group 3?
8:30.
Yeah, Dylan is teaching us, right?
Dylan is not available today. And he said Lisejo is going to teach.
Okay, no problem then. But I'll be only available after 3:30 again.
What time are you going to meet for group 3? Because it's already 2:15 now.
I'm not sure. Where's the second?
Don't join up on the file launch here.
Let me text him. So I sent a register on WhatsApp group. Yeah, you'll fill in the register. Then, do you have any other questions? Any questions?
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
The codes. Can we get it in text in the chat?
Jason?
I uploaded everything to jemba.co.za.
So how do I get it? I have to go. How do I retrieve it from Jimba?
You download it. I sent link.
A link.
So you click on the link, then you click on zip folder 2, then it will automatically start downloading.
Okay, so you go to the link. The link is in the chat or is in the WhatsApp group.
It's in the chat.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in this chat.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any queries.
No.
No other question. Let me stop recording.